A very, very good evening once again from the Women's Hockey India League here. Coming to you live from the Marangon Ke Jaipal Singh Stadium here in Ranchi. As two terrific teams tussle it out against each other. It is the Shrachi Raj Bengal Tigers versus the JSW Surma Hockey Club.
नमस्ते रांची। एक बेहतरीन शुरुआत के बाद अब बारी है मैच नंबर 2 की। श्राची रार बंगाल टाइगर्स वर्सेस JSW सुरमा हॉकी क्लब। उदिता दुहान, सलीमा तेते दोनों कप्तान यहाँ। We've got the on-field umpires too, which means it's time now to flip the coin. सलीमा तेते यानी कि JSW सुरमा हॉकी क्लब ने जीता है टॉस। क्या करना चाहेंगे आप? स्टार्ट। Okay, you heard it from her herself that they want to start the play.
Both the sets of players are out and they are making a name for themselves. They are ensuring that a lot of noise is made. Of course, to the right of your screen in bright red. Just a look at how the teams are stacked up. There is Udita, of course, the most expensive player in the field, and she will, of course, slaughter alongside Fiona Crackles. There's Vandana Kataria, an Indian international with over 300 caps. So much experience over there. And the Bengal Tigers will be coached by Glenn Turner.
And of course, on the other side, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Savita Punya. And they'll also expect some goals in penalty corners from the likes of Penny Squibb as well as Jyoti, who is quite an expert at that department. Maria Verschuer, another very good player.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
Udita says, let's play. So does Salima Tete. As both these teams square up, it is the Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers versus the JSW Surma Hockey Club. And the Bengal Tigers will be pushing from left to right in their blue and white attire, while the Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers will push from right to left in their bright red outfit. In the commentary box, this is Arun Venugopal, and I have alongside me Debayan Sen. A very good evening to everyone.
Yes, absolutely. And early impetus being shown, some urgency being shown by Surma Hockey Club. A move down the right. Salima Tete, the captain.
And it's one of the things that we have seen at the international level. Salima Tete has played a more flexible role for India ever since Harendra Singh took charge. Indeed, what will also help a team like the Bengal Tigers is the president of Glenn Turner, the former Australian international, all of just 40 years of age. So he is relevant, he is contemporary, and he's not been out of touch with the game, even as the Bengal Tigers make rapid progress along the left flank. He likes it.
Absolutely. It was good move. It was good pace down the left as well. And the ball was slapped across with a lot of power. It just needed a tap in, one would think. Catherine Mullen yet again with the movement from the left side, going with that reverse shot. And it was quite well covered as well by Penny Squibb.
Example of his resilience, even as an opportunity beckons. A shot was taken by Charlotte Onglebert, the Belgian international, the superstar. The danger hasn't been abated yet for Surma, but now they will push the ball out of perilous territory.
Great work all around, especially from the way that Salima Tete built that attack up down the right, and it fell quite favorably for Onglebert, and she'll be quite disappointed that she couldn't quite get it on target. Verschuer tried to retrieve the ball but just couldn't hold on and retain control.
Well, this is a league that really pits the best of the players against one another. You saw Verschuer, you saw Onglebert. It's a treat for hockey lovers. Another dangerous move there from the JSW Surma Hockey Club. And they have demonstrated the attacking gumption that they have promised ahead of the tournament.
Good bit of defensive screening from the captain Udita Duhan. We also have Sushila Chanu, who's extremely experienced. So two of the best Indian players who will be marshalling that defense for Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers, and will be hoping to make that defense and that whole citadel quite difficult to get past.
A great ball again and a great build-up. It was Charlotte Onglebert once again who spread the ball across to Jemina Cedres. It was laid up nicely, but the finishing left a little to be desired.
They have won a free hit just at the edge of the circle, which will stand them in good stead. First time that they've been able to reverse that pressure that has been felt by their defenders.
And that's one way of dealing with things there by the attacking Arsenal unleashed, and well, that is it. So often have we seen a goal against a run of play, and it is the Shirachi Rar Bengal Tigers through Hannah Cotter that have opened the scoring, much to the delight of their coach, Glenn Turner. And what a start this has been. They have been playing catch-up for the most part, but come at the hour, it's Hannah Cotter, the New Zealand star, who's taken a shot and a brilliant finish to the far post.
And this is why this game can change in such an instant. Just a while ago, they were defending with their lives, but the ball falls free. And just a little bit of lax defending there, because it's first picked up by Hannah. And while a couple of players do try to converge on her, she has enough space to just squeeze it.
Another opportunity now as Bengal Tigers are ratcheting up the pressure. Binima Dhan, a little while ago, came desperately close.
This was that opportunity, just taking a little bit of a touch and then coming close to just steering that towards her teammate. But a good bit of defending from Sonam. This has been the feature of this Shirachi Rar Bengal Tigers, that they've defended well in numbers.
In fact, if one image could encapsulate the purpose of the league, it was that, Devayan, because we saw Hina Bano on the one side taking on Binima Dhan, two youngsters who are said to have a lot of promise, but it is once again the Surma who have dominated possession, who continue to dominate possession.
Good defensive receive from Mudita. It was a high ball. It was difficult to judge, and she almost played it over the baseline, which would have resulted in a penalty corner, but did just enough to retrieve it, and now has won a free hit for herself.
Rachel Williams, who was on video umpiring duties yesterday, the umpire from England, it will pose a challenge for the umpires as well. And to be fair, they were right on the money yesterday, and the crowd goes up in a frisson as Salima Tete was running with the ball, but it is the Bengal Tigers who have stolen possession, and the defense is a little thin on the Surma side. They will be looking for goal number 2, Lalrinpui Pachua, trying to find a partner, not able to hold possession, giving enough time for Surma to regroup.
It's been impressive as the attack down the flanks, which Shirachi Rar Bengal Tigers have been able to execute. The goal came from one such move. Vandana Kataria down the right. This time there was a quick change from the left to right, and Lalrinpui was at the receiving end of it. Definitely showing a lot more composure on the ball at the moment, Shirachi Rar Bengal Tigers.
And that's what they might want to do, to take the sting off the Surma attack. The Tigers might want to play a more composed brand of hockey because they have the opening goal. But of course, a 1-0 goal is fraught with danger, can be cancelled out any time, especially in a fast evolving sport like hockey.
I must confess, Arun, that I like thus far out of these 4 teams, perhaps the jersey of the Shirachi Rar Bengal Tigers the most. No Bengali bias there, I can assure you.
No one would doubt you of that. Even as Surma now press ahead. They're going for that backhander yet again. I think it was Charlotte Onglabear once again. Jude Menezes, a former India goalkeeper, stood under the bar for India at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Was the head coach of Japan not too long ago. His contract, of course, is expiring in March. But it's been a homecoming of sorts for him, for the Mumbaiker, as he has donned the mantle of head coach of the JSW Surma Hockey Club. And a slight injury bother there. But here our team Surma once again an opportunity, looking for a foot inside the circle. They do have it. The very first penalty corner of this contest, and it has come by the way of JSW Surma Hockey Club. And with a little over 4 minutes left in the opening quarter, this is a welcome present.
Yes, Udita is just seemingly considering going for a review, but then thinks better of it. This was hit with a lot of pace. It was a good move from Onglabear, and even though it was slightly raised,
as good as it gets. And Olivia Shannon is designated with the injection duties. Where is she going to go for? It comes from battery 1. It's a good shot. I think it caught someone's stick. There was evidence of deflection there.
given as dangerous play, just raising that ball a little bit more. But excellent defense. The way that the rushers came out gave very little time there to Penny Squibb, which you will notice in this replay. Look at the speed of the rushers coming out, just closing down the angles and then raising it and hitting it above the knee, which is why it was given as dangerous play.
I like what the rusher did. The first rusher read her lines to absolute perfection. And that's exactly what thwarted a goal scoring opportunity for Surma. To be frank, they have created opportunities, Divine. They have created opportunities by the dozens without having much to show for. Once again, they have had a lot of overloading on the left. Miria was sure, the experienced pro, trying to penetrate the circle. And that's an area where they have detected a weakness or a strength of theirs. They have overloaded the left mainly because they've got Onglabear there. Surma have something to show for. Here's Onglabear once again slipping past the defenders. Has got that speed. And there was a claim for stick interference from Sushila Chanu, I think. It wasn't ruled in her favor. And we come to nearly the end of the opening quarter, and I think the lead will stand. Yes, the hooter gives us the confirmation of Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers going into the quarter break with an advantage, a slender advantage, if you will.
It's been an engrossing first 15 minutes because a lot of the attacking has been done by Surma, but Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers have shown that they are as good as anybody in terms of counter-attacking and scoring off those opportunities. So it is a quarter which has been, while dominated by one team, but the other team has been able to score that goal. Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers currently leading by 1-0. That's the most important statistic which counts. It's the end of the first quarter. It's Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers 1. It's JSW Surma Hockey Club 0.
Quarter 2 is upon us as both the teams have much to play for in the remainder of this fixture. And while the Tigers will want to consolidate their position, Surma will surely want something to show for the effort so far.
It was definitely a good quarter performance from Surma, and they just need a little bit more precision in terms of the finishing. And just to be able to get way past that orange fortress which has been built up by the likes of Udita Duhan as well as Sushila Chanu, both very experienced India internationals, and their international players also have pulled their weight thus far in the first 15 minutes for Bengal Tigers.
Speaking of orange dominance, we saw a number of Dutch players shine through yesterday as well with Bengal Warriors. Odisha Warriors, I beg your pardon, clinching an opening victory. Salima Tete once again on the right gets a nice cross and sprints ahead all by herself. Great pass there and another opportunity. That cross eventually didn't yield the right results. I think it was Olivia Shannon combining with her captain Salima Tete, but that final cross from Shannon did not find her teammate. An opportunity here from the left now. Is that Onglabear? We'll have another look. But a good spell of attacking hockey from Surma.
This was that previous move where Olivia Shannon did find that ball across. Just a little touch from the goalkeeper. That was a crucial interception which made all the difference.
We are seeing more of Vaishnavi Phalke here, an Indian international, and I think it was her that Olivia Shannon was looking to cross the ball, could not find her at the right juncture.
But Arun, there's always that sense of expectation, which I'm sure the crowd here in Ranchi also feels. When Salima Tete gets on the ball, there's something bound to happen because she's got that quiet explosion of speed which can take the opposition by complete surprise.
And like we were delving upon in the first quarter as well, Divine, that she has become a much more rounded player. She can link up effectively with the defense, act as a midfield marshal, but also aid the attack when called upon, which is what she did along with Olivia Shannon a little while ago. And her story is one that's been truly inspirational. She grew up playing hockey with no proper paraphernalia. It was just a bunch of wooden sticks and stones. Growing up in Simdega, which has now become a hockey hotbed even as we speak. It is the Tigers now looking to double their lead. A circle entry looks inevitable, an opportunity, a lone ranger effort, and a great save. An absolute glorious shot stop from Savita on that occasion. I believe they haven't changed the goalkeeper under the bar, but what an effort here.
Absolutely, taking it onto the backhand and smacking this one away with a lot of venom on that occasion. And just not able to get it past. That was Gray Stewart from the look of things.
But now he's happy to be in the same camp with her. Not so much Glenn Turner on that occasion, the two-time World Cup winner and Olympic gold medalist as well. What an illustrious record as a player. Again, Surma mounting attack after attack. A penalty corner once again at the start. Approaching inside the zone. Rachel Williams was in a good position to win that.
That's a very...
Pujita has asked for a referral there.
It is a very fortuitous penalty corner, which is exactly why that they've decided to go up. Didn't look like it got the foot of Deepika.
I've given penalty corner for a foot just on the edge of the circle. The red are saying that there is no foot.
Checking for the foot or not. Director, can you get me the camera angle for the foot? Slow-mo here, slow-mo here, yeah. Decision coming. Rachel, can you hear me?
I can.
There is no clear reason to change your decision. It's a foot, it's a penalty corner, and the team loses the referee.
It's the camera
It
angle.
is the Bengal Tigers who lose the referral and the designated halter. And once again, it's gone off a stick. I think it was Fiona Crackles of the Bengal Tigers that rushed and read the lines absolutely accurately.
Superb rushing. And that's the thing with somebody like a Glenn Turner as coach. Not only can he guide you about how to take penalty corners effectively, he also knows the art of defending them very well. And that's what we've seen. 2 penalty corners, both occasions the rusher coming out very quickly and closing down the angles for the drag flicker from Surma.
Now, often enough, we have seen in international tournaments the importance of a good penalty corner setup. A lot of the teams have a very well-drilled regimen. They ensure that the PC defense is stacked up very well as well. So far, so very good for the Tigers as well, who are now on the attack. It is Catherine Mullen along the left channel.
Just momentarily, the Bengal Tigers were a little distracted, a little disappointed with that decision, but they've got to put it behind. They've lost that review, but they've got to fight on.
Great speed from Salima Tete. She finds her junior partner. The ball is still in the circle. Opportunity there. And it's goal number 1. JSW Surma Hockey Club have equalized. And what a riposte. And what celebrations here. But hang on, says the umpire here, Rachel Williams, who wants another look.
Said lost the referee. Yes.
It's a self-referral.
Okay.
I've given a goal. Can you just check there is no reason in here to change that, please?
Checking for the situation.
Thank you.
Director, can you replay please? From the angle 7, from the cam 7 please. Not even. Can you slow-mo behind? Take it more behind.
So well. He was the architect in setting up the goal. Had a brilliant solo run.
Yes, play from here. Play from here, please.
This is the particular dash of sticks
Decision coming. Decision coming. I have an advice for you. There was a stick block by the attacker team, so you can restart with a free hit and you can cancel the goal.
Go with your own instinct, with your own on-pitch decision, but very sensible umpiring, like you mentioned, from Rachel Williams, who ensured that the right decision was made by going upstairs, because so many things are unraveling at high speed there.
Yes, if one can give a parallel, it's similar to what happens nowadays in football with video-assisted referee. What you are allowed to do is carry on with the play, finish the entire piece of action, and then go back retrospectively and look at what has happened exactly. And that's what happened here, and I would think that the right decision has been arrived at. Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers the entire team quite jubilant when that goal was struck off.
Nifty bit of passing that was attempted by Hina. A full press is upon them. Another opportunity now. They do mount attack after attack. Anglebert looking for an opponent feet. Not to be. Once again, good, smart defensive work from the Bengal Tigers.
They'll expect more from Anglebert because she's had a few occasions when she's made those circle penetrations but just not been able to get those decisive passes away.
And this time she goes to the right as Anglebert, and good stop. Good shot stopping there. It was a nice on-target hit. These drag flicks, in fact, have ensured that Hyderabad have registered back-to-back victories. Another opportunity now. It is a 1v1. Can they finish it now? It has to be buried. It begs to be buried. But Charlotte Stappenhorst, another experienced campaigner, cannot get the goal for Team Surma. Yet another opportunity now. Cannot find their partner once more. Brilliant run yet again. The striking circle has been entered. A backhander. Looking for that ricochet was Sophie Hamilton. And a penalty corner, nevertheless. And Tigers cannot challenge that. They have already lost the referral.
Yes, Sushila Chanu there, I think, was mentioning that that ball was raised above the knee, but there's no chance for now going for a referral. So they have to abide by the decision, on-field decision. But this is good work yet again from Surma, just piling on the pressure, making sure that they get numbers inside the circle. That often leads to good results.
It was their overseas striker, the two Charlottes, Stappenhorst and Anglebert, and Sophie Hamilton. But we'll have Penny Squibb once again, who might be going for the drag flick. It's a variation that they attempt with Anglebert taking that final flick, but it's not a variation that has given them a tactical advantage. It's robbed them of a few more critical seconds and ultimately off a goal likely.
Again,
Anglebert this time unleashes a vicious backhander, and yet again Jennifer Rizzo steps up to the plate and completes a terrific save.
this is much better, at least in terms of getting that shot on target. And that's something that they've got to look at positively.
They're trying to breach the circle and they have done it, but in employing the full press, they have left gaps behind.
Yes, this was that attempt, just taking it onto the backhand and going for a rasping shot straight. In fact, had she placed it perhaps to an angle, it might have been a slightly more difficult save for Rizzo.
Now it is Ajmina Kujur along the right. They get a penalty corner. The 5-meter rule wasn't adhered to on that occasion. You cannot restart with the defender being in the 5-meter vicinity, and it is penalty corner number 4 for the Surma Hockey Club.
Just a little bit of lack of discipline from the Trachira Tigers. Yes, this is where Ajmina Kujur won the free hit for herself, and Binima Dhan tackled her even before she had actually travelled those 5 meters. So this is a little bit of lack of experience, and she'll be quite gutted if they concede from this, because they've defended so well thus far in this first half.
Lack of game awareness as well, which you do acquire through experience. Here Salima Tete, the captain, with the injection. Can they pull one back here? Clean halt. And yet again intercepted. It's still inside the circle. Good trap on that occasion, but the clash of sticks forcing a halt. It will be Anglebert. Much better, but yet again the defense cannot be breached. It's resilient, dogged defending from the Tigers.
Particularly the penalty corner defending has been excellent, Arun, and this has been a credit to the kind of work that must have been put in by the support staff behind the lines. It's not easy for a team which has been cobbled together as recently as this, and the way that they've defended, the rusher coming out, making sure that there's no angle for the attacker to work with, which is perhaps something which is missing from a CV, which he'll be hoping to set right. Oh, this is a poor giveaway.
A good dispossession there, opportunity there. Anglebert has perhaps taken a little longer. Maria Vashu takes a shot, but the deflection takes it wide off target in the dying seconds of this opening period.
This has been some superb defending.
Yet again, Penny Squibb now. Can she make something of this in the dying seconds?
It's been pretty much Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers defense up against the JSW Surma Hockey Club attack, because it's been virtually one-way traffic in terms of opportunities falling for JSW Surma. But the most important statistic out there on your screens, it's 1-0 to Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers at halftime against JSW Surma Hockey Club.
The very first Women's Hockey India League on a rousing note. And look at the visuals there. Beautiful eagle's eye view as the second half is underway between the Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers and the JSW Surma Hockey Club. Just a reminder that the Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers have turned up in red and will be pushing now from left to right, and in their all blue outfit, JSW Surma Hockey Club will push from right to left in a hope to level the scores. This is Arun Venugopal in the comments. Works alongside Deba and Sen. And even as we speak, it's a brilliant run inside the circle. They look for the penalty corner. They have the penalty corner. And the first blow has been made by JSW Surma Hockey Club, who secured their 6th penalty corner now.
Yet again, it's the pace and it's just the drive of that absolutely excellent player, Salima Tete. The way that she worked down the right.
And it's a variation, but much better striking this time. Ricochet, an opportunity not to be yet again denied. The first shot was taken by Jyoti, and then Maria Vershoor couldn't bury the ball in. Disappointment once again for Surma. And they're looking for a referral.
Rama,
Yes.
we've played on.
Okay.
There has been a foot inside the circle and an advantage has been played.
But was there an infringement thereafter or just before the action?
I think there's just a question about this one having hit the foot of Sushila Chanu.
I have an advice for you. It was not a real advantage, so you can restart with a penalty corner and team keeps a referee.
Thank you.
So given as a penalty corner, possibly because there was the glove of Jennifer Rizzo also coming up in the background.
Salima Tete with the injection. It doesn't come off Penny Squibb. It is in fact Jyoti who takes the flick, but he will smile a wry smile. Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers coach Glenn Turner will not mind things one bit. The interesting usage of words that we saw from the TV umpire Rama Portes was that there wasn't a clear advantage, which is why she didn't overturn it to a penalty stroke. She thought the penalty corner should be as is.
Absolutely, and what one must not forget is, while there was a lot of melee, goalmouth melee, but there was an excellent initial save made by Grace O'Hanlon, the experienced New Zealand keeper, who's now come under the bar.
Again, a little sloppy there. Opportunity just off target on the second post. Charlotte Anglebert unleashed a tomahawk, could not get it on target. This was a golden opportunity, having stolen the ball from under the nose of the defenders.
In fact, Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers have to be concerned about the frequent giveaways of balls very close to their defensive third. But this is an opportunity on the attack.
It's a great turnover. This is an opportunity for them to score. They have the numbers up front. Good defending. Good defending there yet again from Jyoti, who has clambered all the way back to assist the defense. Saw Roshan Upton a little while earlier as Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers look to up the ante. They have the circle entry and they have the penalty corner. For a change, it has gone in favor of the Bengal Tigers. Grace Stewart on that occasion displaying remarkable presence of mind to find the defender's foot.
And she's a big presence in that attacking third. It's a bit of a problem for the defenders to deal with. And that's why you need strikers of that size and that strength, because she can hold the ball up. It was hit in with a lot of venom. It took a deflection. It came through to Stewart. And to begin with, there was a little bit of a stick check. And then the second one, which leads to that penalty corner. Now,
I think it's Sushila Chanu with the injection. We'll have confirmation in a bit. Interesting variation, and a deflection takes it wide and over the bar. Savita didn't have any problems there.
what a superstar, Rani Rampal. We just saw her on screen. She's the mentor of the Surma Hockey Club. Looking a little anxious, understandably so, because thus far the scoreline doesn't support her team as much.
Yet again in dangerous proximity of the striking circle. They have the circle entry there, ever so briefly. And they look to turn over. Have the Shirachi Rar Bengal Tigers, who have really upped the onslaught when it comes to countering.
Yes, after a slightly nervous start, they've really settled into this third quarter, and that's a good sign from their perspective. They obviously have that 1-0 advantage. Tried a little bit of a variation when they had that penalty corner. And it was good deception, but I just wonder, with the very first one, you're probably better off going as direct as possible. And the sweep was coming in from Udita Duhan, but just couldn't make the most of it.
I liked what Roshan Upton did on that occasion, very deceptively nudging the ball to set up that sweep. And we all know Udita has that vicious sweeping arc that can pose trouble for the goalkeeper. Slightly sloppy there from Ajmina Kujur was a demonstration of misplaced priorities there from both the players. Now the Tigers have another opportunity. The last 5-6 minutes have seen them dominate. Good trapping there. And looking for that swift run was Vaishnavi Phalke. Vashur now with the ball all by herself. It's a blistering run and finds her partner. Great run. Backhander. Yet again, Olivia Shannon on this occasion failing to test the goalkeeper, went wide.
Rasping attempt, went on the backhand and absolutely smacked that in. But Grace O'Hanlon was quite aware exactly of what Olivia Shannon was trying to do. Very narrow angle anyway to try and exploit, and also missing it by a fair distance.
Now, well, from one black sticks to another. Olivia Shannon as well as Grace O'Hanlon, they do know each other's games really well. To me, the real star in that play was Maria Vashur. A brilliant run all by herself, a solo foray. But all those efforts have, frustratingly enough for them, not yielded a goal. And such things do happen in hockey, and Jude Menezes will be aware of that, having coached international sides in the past.
Is the likes of Stappenhorst and Onglebur and Shubhoshua have had good games, but you would want the Indian players to step up now. Salima Tete has had a good game, but some of the other Indian names perhaps have just tapered off after the game began. And in exact contrast, Arun, if you look at the other side, Shirachi Rar Bengal Tigers, the Indian players have been exquisite. Vandana Kataria down the right has been so lively every time she's got the ball.
A good run from Vandana Kataria, where she has also demonstrated her experience, has also been in making the right crosses, releasing the ball at the right time. Looking for that circle entry was Vandana Kataria. 5-meter rule again being enforced. Sushila Chanu now takes over. Looks for the defense splitting pass, gets one. But good run, yet again imposing herself is Penny Squibb, using her physicality to good effect. She has people along the left, and here's an opportunity, and this is the equalizer. It has finally come by way of Olivia Shannon. She had an opportunity earlier in the opening half, couldn't do the job, but Kamat Yar, Kamat Olivia Shannon as Surma finally, much to the delight of their fans, equalize.
This is exactly what it's all about. This is game on yet again. A good run down the middle and just a little helpful touch, just guiding it into the path of Olivia Shannon, unmarked, and what a good finish. Narrow angle to try and exploit, but giving no chance to her compatriot Grace O'Hanlon. Slapping it low and hard and making sure that she sounds the board.
Look at the joy. It's more relief than ecstasy, really. Speaking of Olivia Shannon, of course, she attended a very famous college that has really been the hotbed of New Zealand hockey, Iona. Incidentally, that's the college where her opponent in this game, the goal scorer as well, Hannah Cotter, went to. Hannah Cotter and her sister, Caitlin Cotter. Even as we speak, another attack that comes through from the left. Charlotte Onglebert this time has been pushed wide. Can she find somebody? Good shot. Not on target yet, and before Jimena Cedres could take the deflection, the attack has been thwarted, but they have mounted another challenge. Went a little over the line, but has the penalty corner nevertheless. Well done, Salima Tete. She did manage to pull the ball back from 0 degree.
Two good bits of goalkeeping from Grace O'Hanlon. First to avert that pass which had been worked across the face of the goal. And then this one when Salima Tete crosses it across. And she just gets her foot to it. Unfortunately, it's raised and that's why it's been given as a penalty corner. But there's not much that they could have done about it.
And you see Anglebert in the first battery. Again, it's a variation that's gone amiss. It's gone awry. Anglebert will look to unleash the backhander. This time she finds a mark. Goes for the far post, and the accuracy is unquestioned. And Charlotte Anglebert, an absolute superstar from Belgium, has buried the goal, has made a resounding sound off the backboard, and Surma now have the lead for the first time in this encounter.
And this will technically go down as a PC, even though it wasn't properly trapped. And that's the irony of the situation. Their woes continue, but the ball falls to Anglebert. And you have to think that this was coming. She has had so many opportunities right through the night. And this time, almost exploiting exactly the same gap, which Olivia Shannon had done as well. Just going on the backhand and looking to beat the left kicker of Grace O'Hanlon. Just a tad slow to get to that.
Had happy memories here last year, helming Team Japan's ascent to the Olympics at India's expense, in fact. And here's another opportunity to breach the circle. Salima Tete looks at an oblique angle, and what a strike from the hometown hero. Salima Tete, the Indian captain, has been a silent hero for the most part, and why wouldn't she celebrate with gusto? Had to pick a difficult angle to score. This time didn't rely on her teammates, went all by her own, and goal number 3.
It's a fantastic finish, but it looks like the umpires are possibly just taking a little bit of a referral. But take nothing away from that finish. Excellent stuff from Salima Tete. Perhaps the question is whether the shot has been unleashed inside the D or not. What a fantastic goal this is. And what an advantage this is now for Surma. 3-1 up. Having been 1-0 down at one stage. It's been virtually 5 minutes of madness because inside 5 minutes or 6 minutes, they've scored 3 goals.
I think it's a great example of how things can turn around in hockey in no time. It's not beyond them. And let's be clear about that. It's certainly not beyond their abilities to pull off potentially a draw, possibly a win, but Surma has been on a rampage. In these last 7-8 minutes or so, they have kept possession. They've been camped in the Tigers' half.
If Shachirad Bengal Tigers do go down today, it's going to be quite difficult for them tomorrow because they face Delhi SG Pipers, another team which lost their first match, and there'll be everything to play for in that game.
Looking for that aerial in the dying seconds of quarter 3, but I think that will be that in a couple of seconds from now. And Glenn Turner and team will now have quite a bit of pondering to do. Will have to bolster their attack a little more because JSW Surma Hockey Club are leading by a couple of goals. And at the end of the third quarter, JSW Surma Hockey Club 3, Shachirad Bengal Tigers 1. And the fourth and the final quarter is upon us. The Shachirad Bengal Tigers are trailing JSW Surma Hockey Club by 2 goals after being 1-0 in the first half. How the tables turn.
So important for them to begin well here. They need to strike early. They need to get themselves back into this contest, especially if they have to have any thoughts about putting up all 3 points from this encounter, for which they will need to score 3 without conceding any more.
Yet again, Anglebert proving to be slippery, but it's not just been her. It's been Vershaw on the one hand, Olivia Shannon with the finishing, Sophie Hamilton assisting in the defense along with Penny Squibb, who has shown why she's such a wanted player. And Penny Squibb, Debayan, comes from a rugby background and has played quite a bit of rugby, as has Olivia Shannon up to the age of 12. So the physicality has come to the fore, and this is one of the beautiful aspects of the Hero Hockey India League, where you see a commingling of different cultures, and the overseas players have been complementary in their approach to the young Indian talent.
And it's a massive contrast to some of the backgrounds of the Indian girls, because you know that most of the Indian girls had to come up with a lot of obstacles.
And Vershoor, in fact, was encountered with an obstacle. And there was a stick challenge, a penalty stroke now.
Maria Vershoor with the run, and it was basically because of the stick check right at the end that this has been given as a penalty stroke. The stick
Sushila
coming in.
Chanu. Fortunately getting her stick in the way. Yes, Sonam, who buries the ball home. And that is goal number 4 for the JSW Surma Hockey Club. Goal number 5, I beg your pardon, and the celebration has been as interesting to watch as has been the rest of the goal scoring display.
Absolutely, this is a good finish. Jyoti Rumawat.
But it's been difficult. They haven't been able to hold possession. And the pressing has been high and impactful from the JSW Surma Hockey Club. A lot of youngsters, and that's something we were alluding to. Just the fact that they let a youngster, Sonam, step up and take the penalty stroke explains the measure of confidence. In fact, one of the things that Jude Menezes was mentioning was how Maria Vershoor, a veteran and a superstar in her own right, was going out of the way to make videos on social media to partake in some of the other celebratory activities alongside the younger Indian teammates, going out of her way to make them feel comfortable.
Speaking of which, I'm not sure if we've seen too many great celebrations. Glenn Turner definitely doesn't look in a celebratory mood, but it's been a tough day for the Ranchi Rar Bengal Tigers. Rani Rampal herself will be quite pleased. She was sporting a slightly worried expression in the first couple of quarters, but things have turned around quite dramatically.
I like what the camera person did on that occasion. Just shifting the focus very subtly, very artfully from Rani Rampal's face to Jude Menezes. Again, two people who know what it is to turn out for the country. Both of them have a number of caps for India. Jude Menezes over 100 caps, and Vandana Kataria over 300. And Rani Rampal, of course, also has over 100. Lot of experience in that bench.
I do worry a little bit about Ranchi Rar Bengal Tigers, because in less than 24 hours they've got to come back and back this performance up against Delhi SG Pipers. The Pipers would have had one extra day of rest, and Tigers have done a lot of ball chasing today, so this is not going to be very ideal for them. And that's been the issue. As the match has worn on, the tiredness has definitely showed, and it's a credit to the fitness levels of this Surma lineup. Even though technically they are the oldest team in terms of average age, but they have fought really hard on the turf today.
No doubt, that's a good point you make, Devayan. But if they were to look at the brighter side of things, then you'd rather have games on the bounce at the start of the tournament when your legs are still fresh. And also, if you suffer a debilitating defeat, not to say that they are going down anyway, but if they do, then the less the turnaround time, the better perhaps. But now it is Surma once again running with the ball. It was Sharmila Devi, who hasn't had too much game time yet in the match, but now has rightfully been given some time on the park.
Carrying a facial injury, which is why she's wearing that mask, so that might explain her absence. But that's the beauty of this Hero Hockey India League, that has allowed some of the other younger players to have more game time. Now a free hit just at the edge of the circle.
That is where I think they've got the squad down pat. Another opportunity here, looking for a shot from inside the circle was Jyoti, who's been a very, very dangerous presence for the Tigers defense.
Some of Jyoti's link-up play with Salima Tete in particular has been exquisite. In this second half, she has moved across to the left flank, but in the first half, she did a lot of work down the right and linked up efficiently with Salima, the captain.
A good ball there. Again, a searching ball that has found the stick of the goal scorer, Hannah Cotta, the solitary goal scorer for Tigers.
Here's an opportunity. Free hit at the edge of the circle. Pile on the pressure. Get one goal back in. You never know. Things can move around, as they found out themselves. They did concede 3 goals inside 6 minutes, and that can happen in the reverse order as well.
Indeed, no reason why it shouldn't. Given that Ranchi Rar Bengal Tigers showed that they could absorb a few punches and throw one when called upon in the first quarter, as they opened the scoring too. Looking for that aerial now. And this is where squad rotation really comes into play. As we all know, it's rotational rolling substitutions where you really have to keep calibrating how much workload each player is taking, especially in a tournament with such short turnaround time.
This has been great composure in these last few minutes by Surma. They are showing that they are also a very well organized team defensively. There's been some pressure, a bit of a higher press from Tigers, but they've been able to absorb all that pressure and now convert that into an attack of their own.
Again, look at the number of blue shirts you see in the final third. You do not see too many Tigers forwards pressing high because they have been kept busy by Surma Hockey Club.
I do have a pet peeve which I can talk about here, Arun. I do find it strange when teams opt for jerseys which are almost the same color as the turf, because it can affect the peripheral vision of players looking up. Not that it's affected JSW Surma in any way today adversely, but I'm sure that it does play a little bit of a role in terms of picking out the right pass.
Glenn Turner rallying his troops. Just to dwell on your point, I think given the different shades of blue that you see around the world across sport, the players have perhaps acquired an eye. A little over 5 minutes for the Tigers to get back, to try and clamber their way back into the game.
This has really been an excellent performance from Surma. It would seem, of course, it's unfair until all four teams have played each other. But they do look like the best team alongside Odisha Warriors at this stage. It's still early stages in this Hero Hockey India League. And as we were explaining yesterday, 12 matches in all, 6 matches for each team. So it is going to be difficult to bounce back if you have too many defeats in a row. And that's why tomorrow's match is going to be so crucial, Arun. Two teams which have lost their first games. If they lose another one, then it becomes very difficult for them to win 4 on the bounce and get back into final reckoning, because only 2 teams will qualify for the final.
I think one of the things that all teams will take a lot of heart from is the fact that they have half a dozen games in all, and they will have a return fixture against the same side. So that would also give them a little bit of time to ease in, because this is the opening game for both these sides, only the second game in this competition. And just a reminder that this is the very first edition of the Women's Hero Hockey India League, a historic and a momentous occasion that was borne out by a glittering razzmatazz of an opening ceremony yesterday. I personally love the firecracker. It's on display, an opportunity here once again. And JSW Surma Hockey Club are making no mistake, even with the defending right now.
And they can afford to do that. 4-1 up, they have reverted to a half-court press, allowing the attacks to come from Tigers. There was a little bit of purpose about that run, initiated by Hannah Cotter and then brought forward by Ashley Hoffman. But it's just been a disappointing day in the office for the Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers. In fact, just as Surma scored their first goal, I was mentioning that their Indian players, the Tigers' Indian players, in fact, had a good impact on the game, but they have virtually disappeared in the second half.
It shows how much of a confidence and a momentum game as well, even as we speak. It's Angleberg with a brilliant ball. Backhander. Goes for the near post, does Olivia Shannon. She is looking for a brace. But I think she was a little off balance when she took that swipe.
Yes, Kiwi against Kiwi, and that was good goalkeeping yet again from Grace O'Hanlon. Just making sure that she came out of a line and cut down the angle. In fact, Jennifer Rizzo is back in goal.
Yes, they have been alternating quarters, both the goalkeepers. I think what's very effective, and Rizzi, in fact, had kept a clean sheet in the first quarter as well.
In fact, they've used the third goalkeeper. Vidya Shri was the goalkeeper on that occasion. So that's quite interesting. That's not something that you get to see often.
You have to wait and watch if it was an injury-enforced decision as well. But now Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers are stepping up the attack now. It's a 2v2 situation. Looking for that roundabout pass. Roundabout cross, in fact, but wasn't able to make that was Vandana Kataria.
Wasn't an easy ball at all.
Now an opportunity to counter for Angleberg. She has a mean backhander, but she will not deploy that at the moment. She has people in support, and that could have been close. There was Olivia Shannon on the one hand, and there was another reinforcement coming in.
Good bit of defending there by Lalram Hanki, because the way that Anglebert had worked her way in, there was always this shot coming in, but she made sure she got her stick in before that deflection could come in.
Yes, Sophie Hamilton was looking to get that last bunt into the backboard. There was also Sharmila Devi lying in wait, not to be good defending there under pressure. And it looks all over bar the shouting for the Shrachi Rar Bengal Tigers. Both these teams, of course, have been practicing in right earnest for a number of weeks now. The JLW Surma Hockey Club have set up their camp, had set up their camp in Chandigarh in the last week of December. Another circle entry, looking for a penalty corner. Will be an easy decision as Mahima Chaudhary's foot was right in the firing line. Absolutely no doubts for the umpire Shivani Sharma.
Penalty corner number 9 now for Surma. They've not been able to make the most of previous opportunities, although one of the goals did come from that. What a performance this has been from Sonam. She's been one of the outstanding players right through this. Given as a deliberate attempt at going to the back line, and because they don't have any referrals left, that's why Tigers concede this penalty corner. So I wonder if that has injected a little bit of steel, which we have seen in evidence in this match.
Now we'll get to that. Penny Squibb is in the first battery. It will be Penny Squibb! But there was a ricochet that Salima Tete, just for a wee bit, was looking to make capital of. A little out of bounds for her.
One of the only positives for Tigers today, they have defended well off these penalty corners. Good running from Fiona Crackles and making sure that it comes off a stick. Just closing down the angle with her swift run and swift ejection from the goal line.
Not for the first time has Fiona Crackles shown defensive mettle, but it's been a Surma show all along as they look to complete the game on a high. And as the final hooter goes up, it is the JSW Surma Hockey Club who came from a goal behind to complete a thumping victory, a facile win if you win. 4-1. And what a rousing start for JSW Surma Hockey Club. Jude Menezes and company will be happy campers, and why wouldn't they be? They did not score a goal until the third quarter, but come at the third quarter, things changed rapidly.
Absolutely no denying their sizzle and shine today. The JSW Surma Hockey Club showing so much of steel in this match, coming back with 3 goals in the third quarter and 1 in the fourth quarter to win this match by a 4-1 margin.